course, this reminds me of Jurassic Park. They found a perfectly preserved dinosaur embryo egg. So they find an egg with the perfectly preserved dinosaur in it. Of course, this is China that has it. Same China that's taking your DNA from these swab tests, and I'm sure is making a bioweapon to wipe out our bloodlines. Anyone that was dumb enough to get the test. Sure enough, regardless of whatever your excuses, why you had to, we all know they try to force it on everybody. This is the facts. This stuff's getting shipped to China, and they ain't doing this for nothing. They're doing it to make a bioweapon, to take out those bloodlines. It's obvious. It's not rocket science, it's obvious. Well, it's what they wanted. Duh. They want us all dead, man. Bullshit. People over here, that's what's going on. So these dudes, the same Wuhan lab probably, got this embryo in it. What are you going to do, release raptors on everyone? That would be insane. So this baby Ying Liang is the name of the 70-million-year-old fossil. They're trying to say 70 million years old. So, the one thing that sticks in my head is that Jurassic Park where the needle's going in, and getting the DNA. Back then, all they needed was a mosquito that sucked the blood, the DNA out of a dinosaur. Dude, they've got a whole damn one basically frozen in time right there. Give me a break. And this is just what they're telling us. I don't trust their timeline and millions of years on these things anyway. I think the dinosaurs, these creatures were around a lot closer to us in history than that. But all I can think about in this evil world is them weaponizing these things out of a video game. You got an enemy out there that's on an island, and you want to wipe them out like China wanted to take out Taiwan. Just drop the raptors off there. They don't like the water. They'll stay on the island. Wipe them all out in a week. Crazy world we're in. They're talking about reanimating corpses and all this stuff, like real deal. They're getting ready. All signs point to this zombie apocalypse as being real. They're pumping everybody with this stuff. The other night on Crazy Taco Stream, he pulled it up, the V thing. I tried to tell everybody, in the V, they told everybody that they were going to hide all this in the flu vaccine. They said it in the V, and then they took it off air. The V, the vaccine, the V, yeah, they said it. The whole point of the whole thing was to tell all of you and plant the seed. The lady said it. They're hiding the alien shit in the flu vaccine, and they were going to create panic to get the whole world to take it. And now they're pumping everybody with it. And what does the carbon do anyway when we see it inside the body? The effects from the frequency. It moves. It dances around. So when you've got somebody's body pumped full of this, will it reanimate a body? Well, I think we're going to find out. I really do. I really think that that's where this is going. A couple of years ago, I would have said, it's way too science fiction, way too... That's at the wildest end of the spectrum. Now, knowing this whole global scheme, where they sit, all the warnings they've given us, and knowing that they can do it.
Yeah, this is Romans chapter 8, verse 30. Moreover, right, which is more understanding, right? Whom did he predestinate, right? Matter of fact, let's go into that definition of predestinate. Yeah, so this is Romans chapter 8, verse 30. Moreover, more understanding, or more important, whom he did predestinate. right? See, Romans 8:30. Right here, he did predestinate.
Strong's G 4309. Praarizo. Praarizo.
Yeah. To predetermine, decide beforehand. So this is all the people he predetermined. So to say you're a spiritual Israelite, it doesn't make sense because he's already predetermined all these things. He's already decided beforehand. Foreordained, appointed beforehand. Decreed from eternity. You know what I'm saying? He decreed this from eternity, right? From beforehand. Let's go right here. It says root word. Let's go into this one. Give it like a little deeper understanding.
Strong's G 3724. Harizo. Harizo.
Harizo, to define, to mark out the boundaries or limits of any place or thing, right? Dealing with the elect or dealing with the people of Israel, dealing with the people who are promised the kingdom of heaven before time, already marked the boundaries and the limits to it, already decided, predestined, predetermined, decided beforehand, right? Yeah, so moreover, more understanding, more important, to whom he did predestinate, right? To predetermine, to decide beforehand, to mark boundaries, right? Or limits to what it is, who he wanted. Predestinate them, he also called, and to whom he called them he justified, right? And whom he justified, them he also glorified, right? What shall we say then to this thing, right? If Yahweh be for us, who could be against us, right? He that spared not his own son, right? Because you got to think they're creating all sorts of things in the lab. They're making, you know, probably zombies, like what the dude was saying, or raptors, or they've been like the elder Malcolm got into how they got this AI in this movie called Mother Android. And we know they got those mechanical dogs that got machine guns and all sorts of things on the machine guns, and they got the drones and they all sorts of stuff, man. Without Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, there's no way you're gonna be victorious in this, or you're gonna make it out of this thing alive. It has to be impossible. And if you do make it out alive, the Lord preserve you for the day of destruction, which will be the ICBM missiles. So you'll survive all that in order to get struck by the missiles. So without Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, without you being predestined, predetermined, right? to whom he has glorified, them he called, he justified, them he also glorified, right? If you're not one of those people, he that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all, whom shall he not with him also freely give us all things? Right? Who shall lay anything to the charge of Yahweh's elect? It is God that justifieth. Who is he that condemneth? Right? Who are you to come against us? It is Hamashiach that died, yea, rather that he is risen again, right? Because that's the most important part. Because everybody, now that's the part where everybody dies. No matter which way you died, everybody died, but everybody does not rise again. You know what I mean? Very few people rose again, and when they did, they still wasn't the Messiah. They wasn't, they wasn't the firstborn, right? Spirit. But Yahweh Shai is and was and will be, right? Yeah, so he rose again, who is even at the right hand, right, and even at the right hand of Yahweh, who also maketh intercession for us, right? Who shall separate us from the love? Like, so who these devils, Esau, Edom, to try to separate us from the love of Yahweh? That's the reason why through the Spirit they thought they had us. They had us in this sunken down condition. Like the other brothers I was listening to, they were speaking about how they put, metals, shaved metals in certain foods and all these different things, and put things in the water to calcify your pineal gland, so that way you can't reach back to Yahweh. But who are you? Salakia, who are you to try to, separate us from the love of Yahweh? So who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation? Shall distress? Shall persecution? Right? Because we're going to be suffering persecution real soon. Or famine. Famine's around the corner. Or nakedness, right? Because you're going to have to be a pilgrim. You're probably not going to have much clothes. So basically, you're damn near going to be naked. Perils, right? Which means dangerous, right? Right? When they're creating, when they're in their labs trying to animate dead bodies, which is basically saying they're trying to take dead bodies and make them where they're able to be alive, animated. Matter of fact, we have to look up that perils or sword, as it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. And ultimately, that's what Esau is ready to do. He's ready to come down with great wrath, knowing that he got but a short time, and he's willing to use the Chinese and this and that, and ultimately they're in cahoots in order to keep you down, but at the same time they're beefing with each other in order to try to take control over the world, right? Because they can see that this NATO, EU, and America is losing grips on that control. you know. And what do anyone else that got power and they see that next nation like they're slipping, they come up on them? Because I mean, the same thing happened to the Egyptians. Then it happened to the Babylonians. You know what I mean? Then it happened to the Medes and the Persians. Then it happened to the Medes and the Persians, and it was the Greeks. Then it happened to the Greeks, and then the Romans when they started ruling. That leg of Rome fell because there's two legs to Rome, right? Because it's the fourth beast based on Daniel, and the fourth beast, that it was the two legs. So that was their first leg, and this is the second leg, and it's on its way out too. And people could see that the second leg of Rome is on its way out, right?
Animate. Animate.
Okay, animate. The first one is bring to life. So what are they trying to bring to life? The dude saying something about goddamn dinosaur egg, and then you're talking about dead bodies. And they're trying to reanimate dead bodies. So they're trying to bring to life these dead bodies, right? And the reason why I did this is because actually Apostle Tahar had did a lesson on this type of thing about the zombies. And that's what kind of sparked me like, yeah, you know what? Maybe this stuff, maybe it has some validity to it. Like maybe it could happen, you know? We might end up fighting everything, wild beasts, zombies, drones. Man, it's going to be like, hey, a day like none other, right?
Giving all praises to Yahweh Hashem, Yahshua Hashem, and Kakodash. The title of this video is, Will the movie I Am Legend become a reality? This is a video. This is one of the individuals I subscribe to. Anyway, the name of the the YouTube page is This is John Williams. He goes into a lot of real estate. He goes into economics. He's in New York currently now. He was in LA. He had to get out of LA, and I believe he spent some time in Florida. He invests in real estate. So now he's pretty much a doomsday forecaster. Shit hits the fan scenario type of individual. Anyway, it says the name of the video that he put up, which was not even 2 hours ago. It says Jeff Bezos issues dire warning, the fall of civilization. Now I can only say so much. You know how YouTube do. You say certain words, key phrases, and they'll strike your video. So you have to put the pieces together. The ones of you that have been,
Yeah, so this is Isaiah chapter 54, verse 17. No weapon, right? So these drones are weapons. These artificial intelligent robots that they got are weapons, right? Looking like they're animating dead bodies, which they may use as a weapon. They may use, like dudes, and they may even use, like the Jurassic Park thing, taking this preserved dinosaur and having raptors and releasing them into the populations. It may not just be one population. They might release them all around the world in different populations. You know, formed as a weapon or a weapon that is formed. No weapon formed, right? And those things was created, right? That's why the Lord said that um, nothing should separate you, right, from the love of God, love of Christ, love of Hamashiach, right? So this being a weapon, it can't separate just because it's a weapon, right? No weapon that is formed. Let's see what that formed.
Strong's H3335. Yatsad. Yatsad.
To form, fashion, frame, right, of human activity, right? Of divine activity, right? Because the Lord has creatures that's never been that He created. That's never been seen before, right? So yeah. So back at Isaiah 54:17, no weapon formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment, thus shall condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness is of me, right? Which is really Yahweh Shai, because our righteousness comes from Yahweh Shai, which ultimately the Lord, the Father, being He, what it said, being not, He gave up, basically, He gave up His only Son for our sake, giving up His only begotten Son through Yahweh. So our righteousness is of basically of Yahweh through Yahweh Shai, right? Is of me, saith Yahweh. Yeah, so right here, Romans 8:37, nay, which means no, in all these things we are more than conquerors through him that love us, right? Which is dealing with Yahweh Shai, right? And Yahweh. For I am persuaded that nothing, neither death nor life, right? Whether the thing is dead and then reanimated to be brought back to life, right? Nor angels, right? You got these, you got demons, or you got angels, or you got people, messengers, right? Because angel just means messenger, and some people bring you bad messages, mixed messages, right? Nor principalities, right? Dealing with the elite, right? The Illuminati. Okay, yeah, Romans 8:38. Principalities.
Strong's G 746. Arche. Arche.
Beginning, origins, the person or thing that commence, the first person or thing in a series, the leader. Now that's getting more to what principalities actually is. The leaders, basically the leaders of this world right now, which is Esau, Edom. See, it says angels and demons, but you know, angels and demons always play a part. But you know, because you got the left hand side, you got the right hand side of the Most High, which is balance. So you're gonna have good and evil, but then ultimately faith is what helps you overcome evil. Yeah, this is crazy. They didn't really go into that. Let's see. To be the first to do anything, to begin, to be chief, leader, ruler. There you go. And the rulers, the to be chief, the chief person right now is Esau, Edom, starting with the international bankers. Right? They're the leaders and they're the rulers of this present evil world. Right? Yeah, so nor powers, right? Because that's their power to manipulate and pass laws, you know, decree unrighteous decrees, you know, those type of things. That's their power. Nor nothing present, so whatever's in this present world, nor things to come, right? Because things are always, you know, coming about, especially when you dealing with Esau. You got a variant and then another variant and then another variant. Oh, wait, hey, oh, there's another variant. You know what I'm saying? So nothing that's coming, right? Nor height, nor depth, no depth, right? No matter how high it is, nor how deep it is, the depth of it, nor any other creature, right? And a lot of these things are creatures or things that's created, whether if it's a raptors or zombies or AI dogs, AI robots that's coming to kill you. Even there's, you know, then you got the beast that the Lord created, and then you got the beast that the Lord created that you have not seen, right? You got regular beast that the Lord created, like, you know, a lion or wolves, coyotes, mountain lions. You got regular things that the Lord created that's in itself, right? Shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahweh, which is Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, our Lord, right? Because the love that we get from Yahweh is through Yahweh Shai. So that is not that they're the same person. It is the love that is Yahweh Shai, because remember, he died on the cross for us. So that's the love that we get because he became basically the sacrifice for us, for, you know what I mean, for the elect. Well, if you're the elect, Lord willing, you know, hopeful elect, you know, Lord willing, you know. Yeah, so this is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 11 verse 17. For thy almighty hand, which is talking about the Most High, Yahweh, right, through his son Yahweh Shai, that made the world of matter without form, wanted not means to send among them a multitude of what? Of bears and fierce lions, man. And the Lord, and that's what the Lord's going to do. He's going to send a multitude of bears and fierce lions. Also, those were created by the Most High. Right? Or, right, 18. Or understand, or wait, or under unknown, Slakia, or unknown wild beasts, unknown. The Lord created other beasts that's unknown to us. There's things that we have never seen, right? Like they talk about Bigfoot and all this other stuff. People kind of so-called, the Loch Ness Monster and all sorts of things. And now you're coming to find out, like, maybe a lot of this stuff actually exists. When you're dealing with Leviathan and all this other stuff. So these are unknown wild beasts, right? Full of rage, newly created, right? So nothing created. Breathing out either a fiery vapor or filthy scent of scattering fire or shooting horrible sparks out of their eyes. Wow. So you got animals that can shoot sparks out of their eyes. So yeah, this thing is about to be crazy. You know what I mean? So call Loyum Yahweh, Bahasham, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakal Kodash, right? Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who were well. Salutations to the Akim and the four winds, preaching in truth and sincerity, risking their lives more now than ever. The hopeful elect, the elect, Shalom, to the Israelite foreigners whose phenotype may look like another nation, but bloodline goes back to Israel and have come back to the fold. Shalom. To the sister Akwaf, listen in silence. Shalom. And death to America.